I'm sorry, but this right here is a waste of space. This too. I used to be a hoarder and had all sorts of useless stuff like this at home, and I bet you do too. Have you ever stopped to think about how much space in your home is being wasted on things you don't even use? Maybe you don't even notice, but believe me, there are objects around you that are draining your energy, your time, and even the lightness of your home. And the strangest part is that most of the time, we don't even like those things anymore. We keep them out of attachment, guilt, or because we think we might use them someday. I'm the facilitator, and here we talk about how to simplify life, let go, and turn your home into a place that truly feels good. Today, I want to show you the 10 biggest space villains hiding inside your house. And I'll warn you right now, you probably have at least 4 of them lurking somewhere. Let's begin. Item number 1. Expensive things you don't love or use. Who hasn't bought something expensive and then felt too guilty to get rid of it? A big sound system that never plays, a treadmill gathering dust, an expensive camera stored in a drawer. In my house, the ultimate symbol of that was a grand piano. My mom bought it when I was little, dreaming that one of us would learn to play. But the piano just sat there, taking up an entire room, serving as a rack for blankets and toys. Today, it still exists, abandoned at a relative's house, out of tune, and propped up on concrete blocks. No one plays it, but no one can let it go. That happens because we feel like getting rid of something expensive is the same as throwing money away. But the truth is, the money's already gone. What you're holding on to now is the weight. The right question isn't, how much did this cost? But how much is it costing me to keep it? Is it worth the space, the energy, and the guilt? If not, set yourself free. Item number 2, things saved for a special occasion. This one's classic, the new dress that's never been worn because the right party hasn't come along, the perfume that's too good for everyday use, the crystal glasses hidden away, waiting for the perfect moment. The truth is, that moment almost never comes. For years, my family kept porcelain sets and new towels for when guests came over, but the guests would come, and we'd still use the old stuff, afraid to ruin the new ones. Until one day I realized living is the special occasion. One of my students did something that really stuck with me. She donated her crystal glasses, which had been sitting in storage for over 10 years, to a nursing home. Days later, she got a message saying that the residents were using the glasses at dinner and felt like they were at a banquet. That changed the way she saw decluttering. So think about it. What are you keeping, waiting for the right moment? Item number 3, display cabinets full of memories. Every grandma's house has one, and many of us inherited the habit. Those huge display cabinets filled with trinkets, cups, and glasses no one uses, souvenirs from trips, and things that just collect dust. The problem isn't the furniture itself, it's what it represents, an altar of guilt. Many people keep these objects because they feel that throwing them out would be disrespectful. But the truth is, attachment isn't respect. Respect is remembering the person, not the object. Go shelf by shelf and ask yourself, does this bring me joy, or does it keep me stuck in the past? Sometimes once you let go of what's inside, you realize the entire piece of furniture has lost its purpose. Item number 4, kitchen gadgets that rarely get used. I love cooking, but I've fallen for the miracle gadget trap too. Bread machines, electric juicers, high-power blenders, a second air fryer because the first one still works but looks old. All of it piles up until the cabinets won't close anymore. The truth is, we always use the same few utensils, and when we have too many things, cooking stops being fun and becomes a battlefield. Nowadays, I only keep what I really use every day. No clutter saved for some hypothetical recipe I might make someday. Look at your cabinets right now. Is there something you bought thinking you'd use it every week, but only used once? Write it in the comments. It'll be fun to see who wins the trophy for the most useless kitchen purchase. Item number 5. Too many mugs, cups, and bottles. This one's practically a modern clutter classic. We get mugs as gifts, buy more because they're cute, and before we know it, we have a collection that looks like it came from a cafe. Yet in daily life, we only use 2 or 3. The same goes for thermoses and bottles. When I open the cabinet and realize I have to play Tetris just to put everything away, I know it's time to downsize, pick your favorites and keep only a few spares. The rest can go. Item number 6. Benches and decorative furniture. You know that bench at the foot of the bed, or the one in the hallway that nobody ever sits on. It exists just because it looks good in a photo. Furniture that serves no real function takes up space and becomes a clutter magnet. I prefer to think of a home as a living space, not a showroom. If something's there just for aesthetics but makes life harder, it stops being beautiful and becomes an obstacle. Your home should serve you, not the other way around. Item number 7. Too many pillows and throws. Open Instagram and you'll see sofas covered in pillows, beds with 10 cushions, and 3 layered blankets. Beautiful in photos, but a nightmare to maintain. You waste time arranging, washing, changing covers, and trying to find space for everything. Here at home, I've reduced it to the essentials. I have a few cozy blankets for cold days and no decorative pillows. But if you love that kind of detail, that's fine. Just try a more practical system. For example, keep only different pillow covers to swap by season instead of storing piles of full pillows. That saves both space and time. By the way, I'm curious, what do you hoard most for the sake of aesthetics? Pillows, candles, or plants? Tell me in the comments. It'll be fun to see everyone's team. Item number 8, exercise equipment turned into coat racks. You've heard the joke that buying books and reading books are 2 different hobbies. The same goes for gym equipment. Many people buy treadmills, stationary bikes, or weights thinking the gear will motivate them. But if the routine doesn't change, it just becomes a guilt reminder. I've been there myself. These days, I prefer exercising outdoors or in classes with other people, and that's totally fine if it's your case too. The important thing is being honest with yourself. If that equipment's been sitting for months, covered in dust and clothes, maybe it's time to let it go. Item number 9, unnecessary dressers and nightstands. After I started living with less, I realized many pieces of furniture exist only because we have too many things. When your wardrobe is organized, you suddenly have extra space, and that dresser stops serving a purpose. The same goes for nightstands that end up cluttered with random papers and objects that shouldn't even be in the bedroom. Here at home, we don't have either one. Everything we need fits inside the closet. The room feels lighter, easier to clean, and visually calmer. Maybe you don't have to get rid of everything, but it's worth noticing. Are your furniture pieces holding useful things or just postponing decluttering decisions? Item number 10, side furniture without purpose. Side tables that only pile up old magazines, empty shelves waiting to be decorated someday, narrow bookcases that just gather junk. They're small pieces, but they multiply the sense of disorder. The rule is simple. Every piece of furniture should have a clear purpose. If you can't explain what it's for, that's a sign it doesn't belong there. And the most freeing part is realizing that once you remove the excess, your home feels bigger. The air flows, your eyes rest, and your body relaxes. These were the 10 biggest space stealers I've found over the years, both in my own home and in the homes of people I've helped. Some have emotional value, others are just habits we repeat without noticing. But they all have one thing in common: they hold us back more than they serve us. The most beautiful thing about decluttering is that it's not about living with fewer things, but about living with more intention. The space you free on the outside is the same space you open within yourself. Now tell me, which of these items is most present in your home? What's your weak spot? I'd really love to know in the comments. If this video inspired you in any way, like it, subscribe, and share it with someone who's always saying, "One day I'll organize my house." Thank you for being here and for choosing to make your home a lighter, more functional, and happier place. See you in the next video.